What's going on, my broskies? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video, and today we're just going to go ahead and play around with this brand new Luffy character. And we took him into 3 separate Garp challenges, and man, I'm actually pretty impressed with this unit. He has a lot of really cool things going for him, and it's kind of odd because a lot of people really aren't that excited about this Luffy character. So I wanted to get this video out there just to show you guys this Luffy character. He is something to be very, very excited about. Now, the thing is that a lot of people aren't really understanding about this tandem effect. There's a couple of things about it that people don't really understand. Number one is the fact that you can actually activate this tandem ability on every single stage. Unlike Kaido, for example, with his super tandem effect, which you can only activate on the final boss stage, Luffy can be activated on every single stage. And the thing about Luffy, especially when you get it maxed out, it is actually a higher attack boost than what Kaido can provide. So it's pretty crazy, right? This just getting a 2.5 times attack boost to Free Spirit is something unparalleled. There's something that you can just generate every single turn. Whilst yes, only half of your crew are able to get it, it's still something really awesome to look at because you get this really cool cut in every time you activate it, and I think over time it's going to be played up a lot and it's going to be more annoying than actually useful. But still, a 2.5 times attack boost you can activate essentially every turn. As long as you have a tandem slot on one of the applicable characters, it is going to be very, very good. And of course, you do have to take into consideration that my character and the friend captain are both at level 1 super tandem. When you get to level 3 or 4, I believe, the actual condition for your super tandem does change, where you no longer need both a Sanji and a Zoro on your crew. You can use any one of the other Straw Hats, but one of them has to be either Sanji or Zoro, and that condition is so much easier to fulfill because I wanted to fulfill that with all of the teams in this video, and sometimes squeezing a Sanji or a Zoro onto his teams, especially depending on the content, can be relatively difficult to do. One thing that you can do and keep in mind is if you have a friend captain of the Final Tap Luffy and Straw Hats, they count as both, as either both Sanji or Zoro. So if you just have another one, either a Sanji or a Zoro on your team, you're able to just fulfill the condition if you run a hybrid team instead, which is something that a lot of people are probably going to optimize moving forward. And of course, once you do get that super tandem leveled up, then, you know, obviously team building becomes a lot easier with this character. But of course, if you are fulfilling the condition for his super tandem, you're just generically getting his super class effect being activated as well because you have one of the Straw Hats on your team. So that's good. You don't have to worry about that. If you build for the super tandem, the super class is automatically activated, and his super class is pretty useful. And specifically looking at the Hody challenge, which we'll show in the next clip, on the final boss stage where you get given the fear debuff and then he special reverses your crew, that can be pretty tricky to get around. But of course, Luffy with his super class effect is able to bypass that, which is nice. But also you can use his effect in an offensive manner with getting a base attack boost, a 1000 base attack boost to Free Spirit and fighter characters, but also utility based with the special cooldown reduction, and then also giving further offense by increasing the amplification of your slot effect boost by 0.25. So you can make his current 3.25 times orb boosting effect go to 3.5 with his super class active during that turn. It's pretty absurd, actually. And another thing that a lot of people don't realize about the Luffy is that he has that really cool, unique captain effect where anytime you activate an attack boost, he extends the duration of it by 1 turn. And it does mean if you run double Luffy, when you activate a 1-turn attack boost, both captain effects will activate, extending it to a 3-turn boost. And this is shown really well with the Ace and Yamato character you see here, because when we use their special ability, it's going to make their attack boost go from a 2-turn boost to a 4-turn boost, and you can stack it over multiple turns, which is just exceptional. Speaking more on the captain ability, it's a very basic captain effect. There's not a lot going for it, it's not very complex, but the lack of complexity is also a good thing because it means that a lot of people are going to have a very easy time using him. Being a 5.5 times attack boost to fighter and free spirit characters with a matching slot, 5 times otherwise, so bare minimum you're getting a 5 times boost, though it is only to 2 classes, and then also making tandem slots beneficial and increasing the chances of them appearing is a really nice effect. So you're hiring the chances of you landing on those slots to activate the super tandem effect is really, really cool. We've already talked about his super class effect, but it is nice that we have yet another super free spirit character. I know we just recently had one with the release of V2 Brook, but I mean, realistically thinking here, like, who's really going to be using Brook that much in content? I don't think he's going to see a lot of play. He has a pretty okay special, but in terms of a captain, probably not too much, especially because Brook is only a mono free spirit captain. He doesn't really provide a lot in terms of boosting other classes, whereas Luffy, he does provide that free spirit boost. He does also boost fighter characters, which allows you to have a little bit of flexibility at least. And then of course you've got the extremely powerful special ability to give you -1 cooldown. Unfortunately he doesn't have the sailor effect to resist special reverse, would have been a really nice touch, but you know, -1 cooldown is always nice to see. And then also 300 times his attack in dex damage to all enemies, just a huge amount of damage. Also reducing 20 turns of despair, a really nice piece of utility that really didn't need to be there, but hey, we'll take it. Extra piece of utility is always nice. And then changing all slots, including block, into tandem and locking them for 1 turn. And then if he is your captain, then it was going to be a 3.25 times slot effect boost to fighter and free spirit characters, and even if he's not the captain, it's still going to be a 3 times boost, which is still more than enough in a lot of cases to give you the damage that you'll normally require. So you guys will see in this video with all of the different clips that we're mainly utilizing the brand new Red Recruit Zora and Sanji, as they work exceptionally well with the brand new Luffy character, so that's a really nice touch. But also using Ace and Yamato, which I was also lucky enough to pull in the Sugo-Fest, and they are just fantastic because of that really cool switch effect, giving you the chain boundary essentially every turn. And then you've also got access to a burn mechanic, which is nice to just chip away damage if you do have to take a little bit of time to get through an enemy's effects. But of course their extremely powerful special ability partnered with their super swap, getting the guaranteed ignition on the enemy, getting a conditional boost against it, 2.5 chain boundary with the super swap, also with their special giving the 2.75 times attack boost as well. They do a lot of damage, they do minus cooldown. There's just lots to love about Ace and Yamato, and I'll probably make a separate video with them as well, but just great synergy with that character as well as Luffy. And we did talk about it earlier, but the fact that you can use their special to get an attack boost for 1 turn with stage 1 or 2 turns with stage 2, and either way it'll be extended by double Luffy captains to a 3-turn boost or a 4-turn attack boost, which is just crazy to think about. But of course, this is all building in the fact that we're building a Dex team for GARP challenges. Remember that you don't have to be segregated to the Dex typing when you're building for normal content. So when you have a vast array of typings on your crew, or you're running a majority of a certain type to have type advantage on certain boss fights, yeah, I think this Luffy is a character that a lot of people are kind of sleeping on right now. I think we all understand that Luffy is going to be one of the best legends in the game, but the fact that I think people are kind of blindsided by the array of, you know, Kaido and Ace and Yamato, and even the waifus to a certain extent. And from the poll that I had posted on Twitter right before the Sugo-Fest had come out, a lot of people are just not excited about this Luffy character. And honestly, I said this as well, I really think that if this was the exact same Luffy, unit for unit, with the exact same abilities, but the artwork and animations were switched out for Red Rock instead, I think this character would be like 10 times more popular. I think it's just the fact that it's a Gear 4 unit, but a lot of people needed to get past that, you know? Even though it's not what everyone really wanted in terms of unit aesthetics, this character is a unit you should be looking out for, and if you do have the accessible gems to do it, pulling on his part is not a terrible idea, because this unit is going to be freaking awesome moving forward. Though I will say, as much as we talked about the positivity of his Super Tandem effect, sometimes building a team with Super Tandem in mind can definitely be a little bit of a struggle. But if you're able to get it to just work, it's fantastic, because you're able to stack a tandem attack boost with a regular attack boost as well, just amplifying your damage by a bonus 1.5 times only at level 1. And for somehow or some reason, if you're able to pull a crap load of dupes and get him to level 5, getting a 2.5 times attack boost that can stack with everything else just adds further damage that no one really saw coming. I also really like the fact that Luffy is a slot lock special as well. Initially, when I was planning some of these teams out, I was putting an all blocking support on my team, and I completely forgot the fact that Luffy himself, when you launch the special, not only gives you the slots, but also locks them. Completely took that by surprise, so that's a huge benefit to this unit, as I think all blocking is kind of an underrated mechanic. It's super useful, especially in a lot of cases where the enemy doesn't shuffle your slots around. Being able to keep matching slots for multiple turns is just incredibly valuable, and supports and ship effects that all have that type of effect to lock your slots are just very valuable to have just in general. So I like the fact that Luffy's able to do that, and it works perfectly with his kit, considering you can have a full board of tandem that you can keep over multiple different stages. It's actually going to be really, really nice. But anyways, that's pretty much going to wrap up this video today of me talking about Luffy, and I think that this character is a really nice unit. I'm not really too sure currently where I'm going to be placing him on my tier list, but I'm really excited to use him more often, and he's definitely going to be the character I use to farm the upcoming Blitz battle, as I don't really have a full Kaido team yet, considering I don't have Kaido. But I know that with the subs of, you know, the waifus, Ace and Yamato, Zoro, Sanji, and then also the brand new Luffy character, I think I should be relatively okay moving forward in this Blitz battle. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video today, and if you guys did, make sure to go ahead and leave a like, and if you want to stay up to date with all the content that I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But on that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.